Hi, my name is Thomas. As you know, this term we have been learning about transformation. We will now go to some students to see what they know about it.
Transformation is when something changes into something else, like baby to an adult.
Negative to positive, caterpillar into a butterfly.
Happy to sad, ugly to pretty.
Hi, I'm Juana.
And I'm Olivia.
Have you ever wondered what Anzac Day is all about?
Well, we're going to room 3 right now to see what they have learnt about it.
Room 3 used the Bono 6 thinking hats to learn about Anzac.
This group used the white hats to find out facts about the World War I, how it started and why New Zealand and Australia were involved.
So what are the facts you guys came up with?
Well, we found out that Anzac stands for Australia New Zealand Army Corps.
The First World War started when the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne got killed by Serbia's secret group called the Black Hand.
Serbia refused to give the Black Hand group to the Austro-Hungarian to pay for the crime, so they announced the war.
So Germany and Turkey teamed up with the Austro-Hungarian Empire.
We also found out that Turkey, New Zealand, France, Russia, Germany, Britain and the British Empire were some of the countries that fought in the war. British Empire and France teamed up with Serbia and Russia.
And New Zealand and Australia joined British Empire. That's how they ended up in the war.
Many soldiers were killed in the war. These students used the black hat to find out the bad points or the negative effects of the war on people. The soldiers got shot and they got killed.
When the men went to war, their family and friends didn't see them for a long time.
The soldiers got hurt and caught diseases.
They had to hide from the war when it started. They lived in holes called trenches, like these, for months.
The yellow hat is for positive thinking, and Britain's group had a hard time finding something positive about the war, but they managed to come up with a few.
After the World War, peace was restored to the land.
Anzacs and others teamed up to join the war.
Thousands of soldiers survived.
Plastic surgery played an important part in both world wars. It helped stitch their noses, fingers, and other body parts back together.
The soldiers could see different places around the world.
The red hat is about emotions and feelings, and these are what they found out.
They were hearing the sound of guns and people dying, which made them feel really scared.
Back then, when the war was on, people were frightened, scared and terrified. They did not want to come out of their houses.
If I was there, I would have been sad and scared too.
It's so sad for people in New Zealand.
I feel sorry for the people who have lost their loved ones.
Now the people of New Zealand are thankful for all the men who fought for New Zealand in World War I.
I am very proud of my grandfather because he fought in the war, and I'm so happy that he's still alive.
Green hat is the creative one. This group had to brainstorm some ideas that people could have used instead of fighting.
They could have sent the Black Hand people from Serbia to Austro-Hungary for the Austro-Hungary to kill them. There wouldn't be any World War I.
They could have had an agreement to stop war from happening.
Serbia could have made an agreement with Austro-Hungary and putting the Black Hand people in jail in Serbia. They could have had a meeting to make peace instead of war.
Blue hat is thinking about thinking. For example, what we learned about the war and what we do with what we know now.
My great-grandparents' friends went to war and never came back. That is why they don't like talking about it.
We buy poppies to remember those who died in the war.
We learned that in 1915, New Zealand and Australia teamed up to fight for the British Empire.
Now we know about Anzac. We will help them by buying poppies and going to the Anzac parade.
Whoa, what a busy week we had.
We both learned lots about Anzac Day and transformation.
The cities and countries were transformed and people's lives were transformed as well.
I hope you learned lots of things about Anzac Day and transformation. Bye for now.
Hi, I'm Easter. I'm from room 3. Our topic for this term is transformation. Hi, I'm Easter. I'm from room 3. Our topic for this term is transformation. Let's go to some students to the...
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm from room 3. As you know, this term we are doing transformation.
They could have seen the black hand people from
They could have... the British...
Plastic surgery started in World War One. Plastic surgery started. Plastic surgery started in World War One. It played an Plastic surgery played an important